Rachel Gray, and these are my audience members.
Robert.
William.
Candace.
Ginger.
Brooke. Donna.
John.
At first glance, prison escapes may seem like the work of a very clever criminal, but on closer inspection, prison escapes are frequently happening because of prison guards not fully doing their jobs and from faulty equipment. These findings have important implications for the broader domain of safety of people all over the world. If it is easy for criminals to escape, it can only lead to negative effects such as nobody being safe and them always having to watch their backs. There are many ways to tighten up security, therefore preventing escapes. In order to prevent inmates from escaping, guards should have better procedure such as actually enforcing the procedure in place and having knowledgeable staff who are able to tighten up security. One of the many steps worth taking in order to prevent prison escapes is to enforce the procedure that is already in place. Norman Johnston, an escapee from the maximum security state correctional institution, broke through a barred window in his cell, giving him access to the yard and a fence that he was able to escape through. Just 2 weeks later, another convicted murderer escaped from the same facility simply by jumping over a fence. Procedure is good to have, and Dan Doom, Assistant Public Information Director at the Federal Bureau of Prisons, agrees. You can have good procedure, but it is incumbent upon the staff to enforce those policies. I found this information on corrections.com/article/6787. This prison had procedure, but if the officers do not follow the procedure, there is no use in having it. Prisons must have a set procedure and follow it in order to prevent escapes. To try to solve the problem of riding and escaping, reformers advocated overhauling and modernizing prison programs, replacing old prisons, hiring more and better staff, and developing an integrated state system. This advocated the creation of things like smaller prisons and professionally trained, well-paid corrections officers. This was found in the book Corrections in the 21st Century. Second, escapes can be prevented by having knowledgeable staff that tighten up security. A 1,000-bed Albany County Correctional Center, who had not had an escape in 25 years, used recommendations to prevent escapes in the future. Superintendent Ed Stozak said tight control and knowledgeable staff are very key. Superintendent Stozak said that the staff have to be observant, conscientious, alert, and well-trained. Stozak recommended many strategies that have helped keep the Albany County Correctional Center escape-free for so long, including inventory control, supervisory checks, tight access policy, shakedown, and other security devices. To prevent escapes, they must keep a close eye on inventory of all kinds. Something as simple as sheets, tools, and brooms can be used to escape. Daily perimeter checks are also needed to prevent escapes because they help make sure every part of the fence is intact. If these things have kept the correctional center escape-free for so long, it is certainly worth a shot. This was also found on corrections.com. All these recommendations can help to prevent escapes, but they can only be enforced if the staff is knowledgeable. Strategies like shakedown and supervisory checks have to be done by the officers. If the officers are not knowledgeable, then the possibility of the task not being done correctly arises, which potentially leads to even more problems. I found a video on Films on Demand which talks about how the Wyoming State Penitentiary is known for escapes.
Housed at the Old North facility. He figured out an ingenious method
To prevent this, James could have been dealt with possibly being banned from the yard and potentially not being able to escape. If they were doing their job, it would have been easy to notice an inmate unusually watching the fence and the animals. After the escape, guards took more precaution because they realized how easy it was for inmates to escape. They now have a pressure-sensitive fence surrounding the prison. If anyone were to try to scale it, an alarm would sound pinpointing the exact location. Along with the fence, guards have heavily armed patrol vehicles circling the prison 24 hours a day. Guards become more knowledgeable by taking an extra step to prevent inmates and keep them in. The more educated staff tightened up security by improving fences, alarms, and watches around the prison, therefore preventing escapes. Escapes are becoming easy in today's society, so in order to prevent them, better procedures should be taken in correctional facilities. Prisons that have enforced procedure have had the results they are looking for. Therefore, having better procedure and actually following it is the first step officers should take to prevent escapes.